Well, welcome back to Northeast Current. I am still John Baldino, and for that reason alone, I can hear remote controls clicking all over northeastern Pennsylvania. But for those of you who are still with us, thank you so much for staying with us. I am now joined by Gina Svoboda, who is the new gallery coordinator at the AFA Gallery in downtown Scranton. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
The AFA Gallery, that's something we haven't heard in a while. AFA has not been with us here on the show in a while, and we're thrilled that you're here.
Well, thank you so much. I'm thrilled to be here.
So you're brand new?
Yes, I've been a coordinator for about a month now. Prior to me was Judith Ushak, and she has some big shoes to fill.
How did it come about? Just walked in one day and said, I want to be your gallery coordinator?
No.
I didn't think so.
My neighbor, who's a photographer, actually first got me involved with AFA, and I would go to shows with him, and there was actually a sign in the restroom that said, we're a nonprofit and we need volunteers. So I started volunteering.
So you learned about this in the bathroom is what you're saying, okay.
So then I started with gallery sitting and helping out with setting up shows. And then Judith just took a special interest, and she was getting ready for retirement, so she had asked me if I would be interested, and I was.
Cool. So how's the first month been?
Hectic. Frantic.
Really? Well, you've got a lot going on.
Yes,
You're just coming off your members show.
Correct.
Which closes today, the 29th. And we are now moving on to a photo exhibit which starts on the 3rd.
Correct. The opening for that will be, that will actually be on Friday the 4th. In the show will be Tim Butler and Joanna Jennings. They're both photographers. Tim has a very unique style of displaying his photographs. So everybody's curious to see exactly what he's going to do. And then Joanna...
So we're talking like stuff hanging from the ceiling and that like different style of actually presenting things, or... So we really know what we're going to see.
Exactly.
Cool.
Everything he's done has been really beautiful. He uses antiques as frames and special lighting, backlighting. So he really goes over the top with it. And then with Joanna, what's really great with her is she was a winner of our last year's...
Yeah, I know what you're saying,
Next
too.
Generation.
There you go.
Next Generation show. She was one of the participants in the Next Generation show from last year, and that's for students only. And it's really great because they bring in their portfolio, and members from the AFA will actually go ahead and review their work, and then from there they're juried and selected to be in a show. So,
and she was one of the lucky winners.
Yes, she was, and now this year she's in a show with Tim.
How many people do you pull out of that Next Generation show to do a show throughout the season?
Well, there's only one Next Generation show.
Okay. And then you only pull one
winner
out of that?
Last year there were 3 participants.
Oh, okay.
3 new up-and-coming artists.
Oh,
so.
cool. That's great. So that's happening now February. It's running pretty much the whole month of February.
Correct.
But February 3rd would be the official opening, correct?
February 3rd is the official opening, and then February 4th will be the opening reception.
Okay. Now, the night of the opening reception, you're doing some really interesting stuff all over town.
That's what we're incorporating at this time. Connor McGuigan, who has the test pattern, he has already started this. The AFA has their shows on the first Friday of every month, going from 6 to 8. Connor is then opening a show at the test pattern from 9 until whenever.
Okay.
And in between there, we're working with the Center Street Coffee House and the About Time Cafe. So that way you could stop, if you want to go on the way to the test pattern, you could stop, grab a cup of coffee, you could have a drink, you could have dinner, you could do all these things in the middle and then move on to the next venue.
That's fantastic. And it covers a lot of the city, which is great, because Connor's Space being all the way down on Adams Avenue toward Vine Street it's great because you're covering the whole downtown.
Exactly. And I mean, you know, we really want to focus on trying to bring in more galleries, more art spaces to have this Friday night deal.
Now, will this be the first Friday that you're doing something like this?
Yes.
So that's going to be exciting. And nerve-wracking?
Yes, it is. Very much so.
How many people do you usually get at an opening?
You can't really say there's a set amount.
Really?
Because you'll have members, but then you have artists who are not members, and they could be from a different area, so they're going to have people who follow their type of work.
Well, that makes sense. So it's kind of almost hit or miss. You might have 20 people, you might have 200.
Yeah. Generally, I would say it's generally about 100 people that filter through during the night.
That's not bad.
Not at all.
That's not a bad number at all.
Not too shabby.
When else is coming up? I'm asking a loaded question because I already know the answer, but I'll let you answer it.
Oh, well, thank you. On February 19th, we're going to have a V-Day event, and that's with Phoebe Sharp. There's going to be a play called Me, Myself, and Her. And also with that, she's going to have women who speak at the actual V-Day.
At the Cultural Center?
Right.
Okay.
Some of the women that will be speaking for that will be speaking at this production also.
Oh, cool.
And all proceeds will go to benefit abused children.
Great cause. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it is.
And then you've got a lot of ongoing stuff, too. There's a life drawing class, I know, that goes on weekly, right?
That's every Tuesday from 6 to 9. And Diana Percivali has taken that on as her baby, and she's doing a really great job with it. What it is a life drawing group. So they have a live model there. Artists come in, draw the model, and go on their way. And that's open at any time. Basically, if you just call the gallery, you could get that information there.
That's easy enough. When can someone just kind of wander in to see the current exhibit? Not just Friday nights, right?
No. The gallery is open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from noon until 5 p.m., weather permitting.
Right.
We're always looking for gallery
this time of
sitters.
year.
So if anybody's bored, please come gallery sit.
So now what's a gallery sitter? Just someone to kind of sit there and hang out, talk to people as they come in, that sort of thing?
Exactly. It's
That could
actually,
be
it's
fun.
kind of fun.
Bring a book for the slow days.
But, you know, you get a lot of people who will just wander in, and a lot of artists, obviously. They'll come in, and it's really great because a lot of the people that are members of the AFA really want to share their knowledge. You know, this is just what endeared me to it. There is so much knowledge, and there's just so much different stuff.
Yeah.
And people love to talk about it.
Now, when it comes to gallery sitting, it sounds like a great opportunity just to meet people, to meet artists, to almost get educated on art. Are you looking for people to commit to a regular schedule, or are you looking for people once a month or every week?
A regular schedule would be my
get?
dream come true at this point. Whatever we could get.
Really? So anything and everything? Cool. Well, if you're interested in that or in anything else that's going on at the AFA Gallery, you can call 969-1040, or you can log on to artistsforart.com. Gina, thanks so much for coming to join me today.
Thank you, John.
Please come back as if you've got more to promote. We want to hear all about it.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much. We're going to take one more short break. We'll be right back after this. Well, that just about wraps it up for Northeast Current. But before we go, I would be remiss if I didn't say a few words about the loss of a television legend. Johnny Carson died this week. And to share something personal, Johnny Carson is the reason that I went into television. And I would never be so bold as to compare myself to Johnny. But what I will say is that anyone who sits in a chair on a television set and does what I do owes a little bit something to Johnny Carson. He defined the talk show. He was the king of late night. And he perfected elegance and class in comedy. He'll be missed. And any who go after him will never quite compare. So with that, I'd like to thank you for joining us. Thank you for spending part of your Saturday with us. Until next time, I'm John Baldino. Make it a good weekend.